Oh, hi, kids. It's me, MrTerrible Todd. And you know what, kids? Went to church last weekend at good old Pine Castle United Methodist. The majority of their congregation's all them rich old farts. But you know what? They do have quite a youth ministry there at the Pine Castle United Methodist Church. And last week we had some of the little gals from the youth ministry get up and do an interpretive dance to some inspirational song. 3 of them. One of them was obviously a very talented ballerina. You can tell she was a very talented ballerina because she's skinny as a rail. She turned sideways, she'd disappear, she'd blow away in a high wind, had the toe shoes on, could actually dance on point, the whole 9 yards. Obviously a very talented, very skilled ballerina. But the other 2 young ladies, God love them, if there is indeed a God, God love them, they was fat. And I said to myself, oh, ladies, you don't even realize how much you are embarrassing yourselves. Ain't no fat chicks in the ballet, ladies. Ain't no bitches in the NBA, and ain't no fat chicks in the ballet. Sorry, I'm not sorry, because I'm not. I want to be a ballerina. Well, let's see here. It says you are 14 years old, you are 5'0", and you weigh 200 pounds. I want to be a ballerina. Well, have you tried the Stop Eating So Much diet? I've tried all the diets, they don't work for me. Well then, young lady, I suggest you take up bulimia and cigarettes. Learn to put your finger down your throat and chain smoke like the rest of the skinny ballerinas, because that's what you gotta do to be a skinny ballerina. You gotta put your finger down your throat and chain smoke. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to put my finger down my throat. I just want to be a ballerina. Well, young lady, have you considered a career at the DMV or the TSA or the Walmart? Because if you are fat, lazy, ugly, arrogant, ignorant, obnoxious, illegal immigrant with an unjustified sense of entitlement, you're guaranteed a job at the DMV or the TSA or the Walmart. That's guaranteed employment for the rest of your short, meaningless, failed, and useless life. I want to be a ballerina. Well, you can't. So beat it, fatso. Next. Yep, sorry, kids. Ain't no midgets in the NBA. Ain't no fat chicks in the ballet. That is just the way it is. So live with it. All right, kids. Time for another episode of The Church of Todd. I am your pastor, Pastor MrTerrible Todd, also known as the Dark Priest. Yeah, the Dark Priest. Yeah. La, 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 la. All right. And once again, we are going to be reading from the Holy Bible. Very quickly becoming one of my very favorite books of all time because, as you well know, it's all public domain. Ain't got to pay nobody no royalties, and ain't nobody can sue me for copyright infringement. Ha! So we're going to continue reading from the Holy Bible until we piss off God so much that he reveals himself and strike me dead. Right here on the video, so I can upload it to the YouTubes, so all y'all can see me get struck dead by God, if there is indeed a God, right on the internets. Oh, it'll be fantastic. All right, kids, last time we was reading from the book of Genesis. Hold on. Wardrobe malfunction. Hey, wait. There we go. All right. Now, from the book of Genesis, we read last time from chapter 4. And what did we learn last time, kids? Well, first of all, we learned that Cain invented murder. And he never got credit for it. We learned that Lamech Cain's son, invented bigamy, and he never got credit for it. We also learned that Adam never did learn how to use a rubber, and Eve could not keep her legs together. So, chapter 5 starts off kind of like this. This is the written account of Adam's family line. Now, this might get a little boring. I haven't actually read it in its entirety, so I take no responsibility if it's boring. Not every single word of the Holy Bible can be hysterical. Ain't my fault. I didn't write it. I'm just ripping it off. All right. So, when God created mankind, he made them in the likeness of God. Now he's referring to himself in the third person. He created them in the likeness of God. He created them male and female and blessed them. And he named them mankind when they were created. When Adam had lived 130 years, he had a son in his own likeness, in his own image, and named him Seth. And after Seth was born, Adam lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Adam lived a total of 930 years. And then he died. Probably couldn't wait to get away from that woman. When Seth had lived 105 years, he became the father of Enosh. After he became the father of Enosh, Seth lived 807 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Seth lived a total of 912 years, and then he died. When Enosh had lived 90 years, he became the father of Kenan. After he became the father of Kenan, Enosh lived 815 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enosh lived a total of 905 years, and then he died. I see a pattern forming here. When Kenan had lived 70 years, he became the father of Mahalalel. After he became the father of Mahalalel, Kenan lived 840 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Kenan lived a total of 910 years, and then he died. When Mahalalel had lived 65 years, he became the father of Jared. After he became the father of Jared, Mahalalel lived 830 years and had other sons and daughters, and altogether Mahalalel lived 895 years, and then he died. I told you it was going to be boring. When Jared had lived 162 years, he became the father of Enoch. After he became the father of Enoch, Jared lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Jared lived 962 years, and then he died. When Enoch had lived 65 years, he became the father of Methuselah. That's one we recognize, huh, kids? After he became the father of Methuselah, Enoch walked faithfully with God 300 years and had other sons and daughters. Now, how come Enoch walked faithfully with God for 300 years and none of these other fellows walked faithfully with God for 300 years? I don't know. It don't say. Altogether, Jared lived a total of 962 years. Now he died. Oh no. Enoch walked faithfully with God. Then he was no more because God took him away. Now what does that mean? Let's go back. After he became the father of Methuselah, Enoch walked faithfully with God for 300 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enoch lived a total of 365 years, relatively young. Altogether, Enoch walked faithfully with God. Then he was no more because God took him away. When Methuselah had lived 187 years, he became the father of Lamech. After he became the father of Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years. He had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Methuselah lived a total of 969 years, and then he died. When Lamech had lived 182 years, he had a son. He named him Noah. Aha! He will comfort he named him Noah and said, he will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands caused by the ground the Lord hath cursed. After Noah was born, Lamech lived 595 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Lamech lived a total of 777 years, and then he died. After Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, so we see something's about to happen here. Don't talk a lot about Methuselah. I guess we'll hear about him later on. We know we're going to hear about Noah a little later on. Okay, that's the end of chapter 5, kids. Let's go ahead and get a taste of what's going to happen next time in chapter 6. Yeah, it's called the teaser. Yeah. Okay, when human beings, chapter 6, when human beings began to increase in number on the earth, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Oh, really? So, what? The sons of human beings and the sons of God were two different peoples? I'm confused. But then again, I'm easily confused. But that's a teaser for chapter 6. We'll call that a cliffhanger for next time when we continue reading from the Holy Bible. Genesis chapter 6 for next time. All right, kids. This episode of The Church of Todd has been brought to you by The Church of Todd. And, kids, you ever feel as though God just ain't listening? Do you ever feel as though your prayers are falling on deaf ears? I know what you mean, but I got to figure it out. You text me at 323-921-4849 with your stupid prayer. I will ask God myself, and I will text you back myself God's response to your stupid prayer after you send me $5 on my PayPal account. That's Todd Beeson at PayPal. My minions haven't gotten back to me as to whether or not I'm the only Todd Beeson on PayPal. Damn minions! Just can't hire decent minions these days. They're all so damn lazy. Because, you know what, kids? We here at the Church of Todd, and when I say we, I mean me and God, if there is indeed a God, need your money. Because and when I say I mean me, and when I say me, I mean MrTerrible Todd, also known as your pastor, Pastor MrTerrible Todd, also known as the Dark Priest, need a venue. God knows, if there is indeed a God, knows I need a venue the size of the Chrysler Building to accommodate my enormous ego. Not to mention my gargantuan balls and my stupendous schlong. Yeah, so send us your money. I don't even care what kind of money. I'll take yen, euros, hell, I'll even take pesos, as long as it folds and spins. Folding, spending money, that's what I need. Yeah, I'm an equal opportunity spender. I'll spend anybody's money. I don't care where it comes from. All right, kids, we're going to close with a hymn. Oh, when the Bucks come marching in. Oh, when the Bucks come marching in, how I long to see all those numbers when the Bucks come marching in. Oh, when the cash starts flowing in. Oh, when the cash starts flowing in, I'll form an LLC and hire myself when the cash starts flowing in. Oh, when the Bucks start coming in. Oh, when the Bucks start flowing in, I'll tell the IRS to go fuck themselves when the Bucks come marching in. Boom, boom. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. And remember what I always tell you, kids, don't get caught.